Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, Paulina Njoroge has been working closely with Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party, and of course she's part of the Jubilee Party. And these are some of the leaders within Jubilee Party who refuse to join the Kenya Kwanza or the UDA wing, like what Kanini Kega, Sabina Chege did. And throughout, from the time Ruto took over office, Paulina Njoroge, as a blogger, she has been pinpointing out and exposing some of the shortcomings of this new regime. And today she's reporting one of the sad news, a kind of a threat coming from Statehouse according to the allegation she's making. So one would ask a question, what is happening in Statehouse, or what are they worried about when they go to an extent of intimidating and threatening a woman? A government that says that they are going to respect women, and according to what she has posted, it's like someone want to use the narrative of Mungiki and make it look like it is the Mungiki sect that is definitely making a phone call to her. And this is what she's saying. Let me just go through the story so that you can understand, and from there we will analyze this. At around 4:30, I found 2 missed calls from this number. You can see 0731 36 86 79. Another one is 01 02 44 68 10. I returned the calls, and both callers had one message which was delivered in Kikuyu language, that they have been sent to give me a strong warning because I have been talking badly about Mungiki, falsely accusing them of breaking into people's houses and strangling them. On the 2 calls, I asked where exactly I had made those accusations. They said I was not supposed to ask questions. When I insisted on being told where exactly I had said or written anything about Mungiki, they said that since I was being stubborn, they were going to send a young man to thoroughly deal with me, that I was going to see what will befall me. Now, a message, now this one is what she's communicating to those people who sent this message, or where the message has originated from. Now, a message to the coward who sent those 2 men to call me. Why don't you man up and call me directly instead of creating an existing Mungiki story? It is unfortunate that we have certain small boys seated in Statehouse pulling all manner of juvenile tactic to try and silence people with threat and blackmail, both online and offline. I say to you, look for another one to intimidate, not Paulina Njoroge. You can see she took a screenshot of the calls, and you can confirm indeed these are the numbers. There is also timestamp is there, so it confirms to you indeed she received calls. And in her own allegation, she's concluding that these calls are coming from Statehouse. Remember, this is a person who has been working closely to Uhuru Kenyatta's regime. That means they know a lot about Statehouse and what can happen or what normally happens there. So when she talks about Statehouse, she has first-hand information. Before we go deep into this discussion, just a quick request for those who are watching and you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much, and again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. One question we can ask on this Punchline: between the people in Kenya Kwanza and those in Azimio, because Paulina is in Azimio, who have been talking ill about Mungiki, and who has been trying to defend the youth in Mount Kenya region who are being branded Mungiki? That's the question. If we answer that question, then you can conclude and agree with Paulina Njoroge where this call is coming from. I always go through every post Paulina Njoroge will put on her social media. Where I feel that we can analyze this, I normally bring it here. There's nowhere I have seen in her post mentioning even Mungiki. That one, I can tell you can go through those posts. There's nowhere she's mentioning that. And if there is anywhere she has talked about that, then it is about explaining on how this regime want to brand youth who are jobless in the Mount Kenya region as Mungiki, then mercilessly deal with them. If there is any phone call that can come from the people who are being branded as Mungiki or from the Mungiki sect, then that phone call will be placed to Rigathi Gachagua, William Ruto's deputy president, because he's the first person who came with the narrative of Mungiki emerging again in Mount Kenya region. And he gave a very stunning warning to mothers to prepare and warn their children about being part of this Mungiki. So, if there is a phone call, the first person who will receive it is Rigathi Gachagua, not Paulina Njoroge. Another person who came publicly to talk about Mungiki and he gave a very strong warning, it is none other than William Samuel Ruto. And he was giving that warning in his capacity as the president. So if there is a phone call to call and it's coming from the Mungiki sect, it will be directed to one William Samuel Ruto, not Paulina Njoroge. And then other allies within Kenya Kwanza, kina Kimani Ichung'wah, Ndindi Nyoro, and the team, they are the people who are trying to bring the narrative of Mungiki, and they're putting a blame on Azimio leaders. According to them, Azimio is the one that is associating with the people who are being viewed as Mungiki. And the reason has been that Raila has been seen closely with Maina Njenga, who is a reformed ex-Mungiki leader. Get it very right. Reformed ex-Mungiki leader. Today this one is a leader who is in politics. A man who vied for the Senate of he vied as a Senate, but he lost. And he's still in active politics. So the issue has been that the youth are emerging in the Mount Kenya region. They are speaking their mind. And because they are speaking their mind, it is becoming very hard for this regime to give answer. I think Maina Njenga was vying for Laikipia Senate just before I forget, and he lost. So because the leaders, the youth in Mount Kenya are emerging and they are asking questions. Why did Ruto lie to us? Because kama kuna watu walidanganywa zaidi, walikuwa vijana wa Mount Kenya region. They saw Uhuru Kenyatta as an enemy and Ruto was assigned to them. Now Ruto has become a tormentor. They are now regretting why they voted for William Ruto. And because they have questions to ask, they want to demonstrate like other people are doing in Western, Nyanza, Rift Valley. They are being silenced by being branded as Mungiki. That is a strategy that has been used by this regime. So the reality is that we know there are people who try to reach out to Paulina Njoroge. They wanted to pay her to join Kenya Kwanza, and she refused. She went to an extent of exposing them when they were trying to bring the narrative of Uhuru Kenyatta and how he left the coffers empty. Paulina Njoroge exposed them. We analyze that post here. So the emerging issue is that since Paulina Njoroge refused to join their camp, and she has been busy exposing them, she has been on their neck, revealing what is happening exactly in this government, they are not comfortable. So what do? Because she refused to join, use other tactics, brand her, then use the narrative of Mungiki to silence her through intimidation and threats. The truth is that there's not any person, because it's a manufactured Mungiki, there's no Mungiki hapa, hakuna. Hao watu wako very far, unless kama ni Ruto anataka kuamusha na Gachagua. So if there's any phone call, it is from the people who have been trying to coerce Paulina to join them, and she refused. That's one we can confirm here. Those would be the people who are trying to call her and threaten her. That's why what nasema hapa kila wakati, hii serikali, hata huyu Gachagua, it is always either their way or the highway. So you either join them, or if you refuse, they look for another way to silence you, including even threatening your life. Sasa hiyo ndio mambo yanafanyika hapa. Ingekuwa Paulina Njoroge amecheza kama Kanini Kega ama Sabina Chega, she will be safe. But because she's exposing the rot in this government, wakisema they are not borrowing, when we are seeing them borrowing every day, and she come out, she exposed them. They are not comfortable. So instead of Ruto and the regime and the Gachaguas looking for their own bloggers to counter people like Paulina Njoroge, they are busy now using intimidation tactic. Hiyo ndio ukweli. And yesterday I was trying to bring here a discussion about the bloggers who are in Kenya Kwanza, who are feeling that William Ruto lied too much, and they're even trying to deassociate themselves from William Samoei Ruto. And they're revealing that Ruto is going to lose election in case we call for another election today. Kama tuko na ballot, Ruto will lose. Atapoteza kabisa. So even bloggers who are working for Ruto are not comfortable. They're running away from him. Now you want to force people to work for him. Gachagua want to become that kingpin of Mount Kenya region using force. But because he has met a lot of resistance, criticism, he's not comfortable. These are the new tactics they're trying to apply here. Nothing else. I don't know your views, but let us meet in the comment section for coordination with this conversation. Thank you, and see you in our next video.